Good morning. What's going on? So, we are done with our inspection. We got to stop and get some fuel. I pulled out my visor. I washed my Arkansas hat. We're going to Wisconsin. Let's go. We are up in Missouri, headed down 67, or up 67. Got about 88 miles till we hit 55. And then it'll go 255 around St. Louis. Then we're back on 55 for like 267 miles, something like that. I've got 517 left out of 700. We've got about 200 miles, and got 4 hours on our clock before we have to stop. I will probably stop before that, and then we'll have a little time to drive after that. We'll get within, I'm saying we're probably going to get within 100 miles or so, and then drive the rest in the morning and get there, get dropped off and get another load. I hope y'all's weekend went well. Mine did. We worked on the yard a little bit. I reconditioned the headlights on the Honda Pilot and my BMW. They both needed it. And now they're all crystal clear, shiny, clean. I used the system that I used was New White, or White New, maybe it was White New. It was pretty good. I put a little bit of soapy water in my 1 gallon sprayer and kept it wet while I sanded it down. And then once you get it dry, you get all the oxidation off, you get it dry, you just wipe it clean. And I believe it has some kind of sealer in it or whatever that makes it clear. It had to cure for a couple of hours. Pretty easy though. I did 4 headlights in less than an hour. Not bad. Also worked on my project. Still can't tell you what it is. You'll have to wait and see. It's getting closer. I'd say I'm about 75% done. I'm doing the tedious stuff right now, so it's it'll come along. Just taking my time and enjoying it. Other than that, just had a relaxing weekend. Did some laundry, helped the wife with some housework. Thought that guy was going to go slower, but I guess he wasn't. So let's move on back over. But yeah, just a relaxing weekend. I enjoyed it. 2 days off, can't beat it. And now we're going to work next weekend, 4th of July weekend. Hope you guys have plans. We are going to my aunt's house and go swimming in the lake. Have some good cookout. Maybe shoot off some fireworks. The fireworks show in her neighborhood has been canceled, so we'll see. I might get some take up there. Convince the wife I need them. I don't need them, but whatever. But anyway, let's get on down the road. Let's go. It's like 1:30. Still got 392 miles to go. And it's break time. So I'll see you in a minute. As you can see, we are rolling. It is a beautiful day. We got our 30. We got out of the St. Louis area. We're in Illinois. There's a Walmart up here. I'm going to stop at this Walmart real quick. Get a couple of things. Heck yeah. We're still got 346 miles to go. Got 4.5 hours. We're going to get about 100 miles. I'll have to see if that puts me into Chicago, because I do not want to stay in Chicago. I will stop before Chicago, or see if I can get past Chicago before I stop. I'll look at it when I stop up here. About 10 miles. Let's go. So I stopped here at Litchfield, Illinois at the Walmart here, because it's right off the interstate, and I needed to get a little bit of money to my wife, because I forgot to leave her my care credit card so she can take the dog to get her stitches out. So I stopped in here and did that. Got me some stuff for my tacos tonight, and got checked out. Needed to go use the facilities, so I did. And I'm in the bathroom washing my hands, and some woman walks in. She knew it was the men's room. She looked at me, daring me to say something to her. I don't care. Go in there and use the bathroom in the men's room if you want. Give a crap. Although, don't say anything while I'm standing there at the urinal going to the bathroom saying that I was showing my stuff to everybody. But she looked like she knew what was doing. Had me second guessing on whether or not I was in the right one. Believe you me, I checked when I left. I was in the right one. Weird time we're in, man. Weird. So we are 204 miles away. I've got 2 hours and 13 minutes left on my clock. If I get within 100 miles, that is going to put me smack dab in the middle of Chicago, because it is 107 miles away. So, and that's going to be almost all of my time. So I'm thinking another 50 miles, get it at right at 150 left for tomorrow, and driving another 50. That'll take me almost into my last hour of driving today. But yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go. I don't want to be in Chicago at night particularly, and with it already being 6 o'clock, it's going to be very hard to find a place to park. Very hard. So I'm thinking 50 miles out of the city, I can find a rest stop, or a truck stop. Either one, doesn't matter. I took a shower this morning, no big deal, and get stopped. That way I don't have to fight and drive over my time or any of that stuff, because I don't want to do any of that. So about 50 miles down the road, we're going to stop, I believe. There's a Petro at Wilmington, and that's 49 miles down the road, so that's about my range. I would go over to Portage, Indiana. Ouch. But it's 40 miles on the other side of Chicago to the east. And that's just, I don't want to spend that out of route. I spent out of route going home on Friday because the route, I mean, it just, I could go that route, but it was like right at 90 miles out of the way from where I picked up in Fort Smith. I could have just went straight up into Missouri and went over, but I mean, that's, I mean, right at 10% of the load, but a little over, about 11%. But I don't want to spend any more out of route, so we're gonna stop at that Petro and call it a night. We're done for the day. So I just had an adventure. I'm parked at the Petro in Wilmington, Illinois, and let me turn this off for a second. And so I was heading for this Petro, and I come off the interstate, go over the overpass, and the sign said truck exit. Okay, so I was thinking take the access road, and there's an inlet to the parking lot, right? Nope. I had to go down the access road for like a mile and a half. I had to turn onto side road, and I came off of that, and that was about a half mile on that road, and then I had to take another right, so I was going to make the block, right? I had to take another right, and it turned into a gravel road, and it was full of potholes, so I'm like 5 miles an hour down this gravel road, just bouncing. And what it was a gravel road that's going behind all these warehouses and stuff. There's a bunch of warehouses over here, and it shot out in the middle of those warehouses is where it was. It's just a road they have not paved yet, and apparently lots of people have gone down that road in these trucks because they've probably done what I did and miss it. Because those, just like craters. It's like driving on the moon is what I was telling Tony. It was ridiculous. It sounded like I was going, he said it sounded like I was going 40 miles an hour down that road, and I was doing 5 miles an hour going bouncy. But we came back around and shot back out on the other side of Petro and got back in here and got parked. Lots of parking spaces here, so that's good. We're going to get up and travel in the morning and try to miss Chicago rush hour, because I don't want to be in Chicago during rush hour. So we'll miss that and get on out of there and get up to Wisconsin in the morning and get dropped off. We'll be there, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock or so, somewhere in there. We'll get there pretty soon in the morning and get into another load and get up and get on out. So appreciate y'all being here and watching the videos. That's going to be it for today. Come on back tomorrow.